If you think of Eastern Market as just a place to go for fresh fruit and fresh vegetables on the weekend, the people over at the Detroit Mercantile Company are hoping you'll change your mind. Their groundbreaking new store is located over in the Firehouse Lofts, and they're a welcome addition to the Eastern Market District. Here's the story.
Well, the idea of the store came from a joint love of old Detroit.
Well, we started talking about it probably right around the holidays, right around Christmas time. We hooked up with Robert at the Rust Belt Market up in Ferndale. We had a booth up there that was always right next to his booth. And we always admired the stuff that he did, and came to find out he kind of liked the way we did our stuff and merchandising and the kind of product. So we both were trying to figure out a way to do a different. We didn't realize we were both trying to figure out how to do a storefront, and then we started talking about it, and it made sense to try and combine our efforts. So and then it blew up into a little bit more than just our stuff. We said, well, why don't we add this? What if we did this? And all of a sudden, it turns into the Mercantile.
The Eastern Market makes sense for us because it's really the ever-beating heart of retail in Detroit, and it's been going continuously for 120 plus years. And when other retail grew up and dried up over the years, for obviously the many reasons that it did, the Eastern Market continued to operate and continued to be a great example of old Detroit architecture and of functioning retail markets here.
And as Robert says, it's an area. We really want to feed the Detroit community and be there for them. But the Eastern Market is also a place that a lot of people from the suburbs, if there's one place that they're going to come shop in Detroit, we get them down here. So hopefully we can get some people from the suburbs down here and get them more comfortable shopping down here and try and show them there's a lot of other great reasons to come to Detroit. And this is a good place to be to do that.
The placement of the store really kind of echoes one of the missions of the store, which is to be a point of connection for people to interesting Detroit and Michigan items and companies and stories. And if we, like Robert said, if we're dealing with, if we start out dealing with the people who are already comfortable driving south of 8 Mile, who are already the 45,000 people who weekly venture to Eastern Market and are comfortable doing so, and we can get a foot in the door with them, we may really be able to do something here to change how people think of Detroit as a shopping destination.
We've had people come down here that have been, that are, senior Detroit citizens, 70, 80, 90-year-old people that have come through, and a lot of what we have in the store reminds them of different times in Detroit that they're growing up and see things. But then we get people all the way down into their mid to late teens that are just starting to discover things about the city, and they learn a lot about what's going on around them and what has gone on around them. So there's a little bit of something in here at every age group, and whether it's singles, whether it's someone trying to outfit a loft in the city of Detroit, or someone who lives up in Clarkston or Lake Orion or wherever, and comes down here every once in a while, but still has maybe they've got a connection through their family or their parents or grandparents to the city. So I'm really not targeting. I don't think we're targeting one specific kind of person. No. It's really anybody who's got an appreciation for the city and for the states and for history and for revitalizing this region and this area. That's who we're really going after.
It takes what we're doing here beyond a Detroit museum that also sells T-shirts into a real place where people can grab a hold of stuff. They can learn about record labels and bookstores and companies producing products here, and then go see everything that they do. They can see a sampling of Detroit and Michigan books from BookBeat, but can learn about BookBeat and go there, or a bicycle that was made by a company like Detroit Bicycle Company, a local company, and then go and learn more and dig deeper. We want the customers' experiences with these products and brands to begin here and end elsewhere. And then hopefully they'll come back here looking for the next one. Well, the first rule in our store is that absolutely everything in here is for sale. The counters, the fixtures, if somebody wants them and has a checkbook big enough, everything, literally everything except the walls and the floor are for sale in here, because the Jamesons are in the business of excavating Detroit and Michigan and have great sources for what we anticipate to be an ever-changing assortment. But within the store, we do have
Right.
a really broad range too.
Right. So not everybody wants to buy a $3,800 copper bicycle or a $4,000 vintage map of the city of Detroit, but we do. Just a couple things I picked up after you asked that. One of the suppliers that we have here that we're really proud of is French Paper, out of Niles, Michigan. They're the oldest family-owned paper company in the country. They're on their 6th generation of French. I think it's 6, so if they see this, hopefully I'm not wrong. I think it's 6. They're in Niles, Michigan. They do a whole line of, mostly they sell to graphic designers and print shops that want to use their bulk paper, but they also do a line of paper products like gift cards or greeting cards, note cards. This is a pack of them, of gift cards, and it's 16 cards for $15. So you can get something, greeting cards like that. Another company that we sell that we're proud of, it's not a Detroit or Michigan company, but it's an American-made company called American Optical, who are really one of the founders in the optical industry in the United States. They made some of the first pairs of aviator sunglasses for the military, and they started with the military back in World War I and World War II. So we have a pair of these, American-made aviator glasses, and I don't have a tag on them, but I think they're like $79, $80. So we really have, and we've got there's some Tootsie Toy metal cars where they're a couple bucks a piece. So literally, you come in here with, $2 or $3, $5 in your pocket, or if you come in here with, $2,000 or $3,000 in your pocket, there is something.
You can take home a piece of Detroit.
You can take home a piece of Detroit or Michigan or just history. So there's a little something for everyone. We have a lot of free things in the store as well. One of the local companies we're partnered with is Beehive Recording Studio. It's a Detroit company, and their mission is they actually record and provide music for local record artists for free. And we have a listening station that's right now filled with 20 different Beehive recording artists, between 2 and 4 different songs per artist. And along with that, we have a QR code for each song or each artist. And if you like what you hear, you can actually download it to your smartphone right from the store, 100% free.
There is, even just we hope that people will come in the store, just to see it and to be moved by what moves them here. And if they, like Robert said, if they can't afford a $3,800 copper-plated bike, that's just fine.
Right.
They can get in touch with Detroit and Michigan here, and maybe get an idea for somebody, find something really unique